Hello friends, I am Co Udai. Today we will have a quick discussion about conflicts in project management. Right? What is a conflict? Basically, I would say conflict is a difference of opinion, thoughts, ideas based on your background, your professional background, your culture, your experiences, so that it gives rise to scenarios where a given project may not see this terminal objective within the stipulated time frame, or there might be impediments in its progress. So just going by this layman's statement, I would draw your attention towards the slides and we take it forward from here step by step. So conflict is an inevitable aspect of project management and arises from differences in your opinions, your goals, and your personalities. So opinions is very clear. Different people based on their experiences, as I mentioned, their professional domains, their past experiences may have a different perspective on a given scenario, and these different people may not be comfortable talking to each other or arriving at a given solution, which ultimately gives rise to the delaying projects. The goals. On the similar lines, various teams are employed and they all have different goals to see to it that the beautiful terminal objective of the project comes through. But again, goals being different for different teams and a paucity of resources or so many other scenarios may result in the project not seeing the light of the day. And of course, personality clashes, we all know. Some people have a strong personality, others may not be as strong. And again, there might be difference of opinion here. So all these things are the differences which might cause an impediment in the growth of the project within the stipulated time frame. So what is effective conflict management? Effective conflict management is to sort out these differences, and it is crucial. That means it's important. How it is crucial? Because it will basically take you forward to see to it that the given project is completed within the time frame, in spite of the fact that there might be paucity of resources. So it's a subtle art. It's a subtle art. That is, a person who is managing conflicts between different people, teams, does not make them realize that he is favoring one or being judgmental as the team members or the leaders or the teams per se might perceive it to be. So mastering the art of conflict management can be through certain techniques which transform conflicts into growth opportunities, collaborations, and they ultimately result in enhancement of project outcomes. Basically, collaborations here means, in a very simple term, I would say various teams come together. It's like a scenario where a beautiful, well-stitched glove fits into your hand. All the fingers and the thumbs come and fit very well. So that's all about collaboration. Now we talk about nature of conflict. Conflicts are basically of two types. Random conflicts. These occur due to differences of ideas, strategies, or objectives. And emotional conflicts. They are rooted in relationships and personal issues. So here, your personal issues and your erstwhile relationships with your fellow colleagues come into play, and conflicts come to show themselves as an impediment in growth. The project managers must recognize the cause of conflict and tailor resolutions effectively. We can take this with the help of an example. Let's say there are two team members, they want to meet the project deadlines. Now, team members might be from different teams and they have been given their respective deadlines, but it's a project manager who understands that this the conflict takes place and the need to resolve it is through constructive dialogue. I would say the word is healthy communication, healthy and positive interaction rather than arguments. So the aim is to keep yourselves within the parameters of respecting each other, keeping your professional thoughts and views in mind rather than get personal. Open communication. It's a very simple way of describing open communication is that communication should be transparent. It is a basic foundation of conflict resolution. So various individuals do express their ideas, their concerns and perspective, and these do aid collectively in working to build trust and collaboration. Now, I would say, how do you encourage this open communication or transparent communication? You must encourage your team members or those members of different teams or leaders to come out with their views, their concerns, highlight their thought processes, so that things are known to everybody. Your concerns are also known to everybody across the table, within the team and those from other teams as well. And you are following the very vital parameter of communication. Now, what is important in communication here is active listening. You have to give time to others so that they are able to speak out, and you are listening to them carefully, not hearing them out. When you say I'm listening to you, I'm all ears is what we say. You have to have empathy. Their concerns, their thoughts must also be felt by you. You must also feel a genuine concern for their outlook. And you should consider multiple views to move forward with a solution. The example says if team members have conflicting views, that is, they are into a lock horns position, you will not see the light of the day. It's a project manager or any other mediator can organize regular team meetings. The word regular team meetings are basically to thrash out the issues when, let's say, you are progressing at a given point and you have reached another level. Again, the issues or conflicts come up or disagreements come up. More meetings must be held. More solutions must be brought into hearing of others so that people are well aware of scenario. And you should encourage open discussions. As I mentioned earlier, more open the discussion, everybody comes to know what the scenario is, and they are all on the same and similar platform. Collaboration, problem solving. As I mentioned, what is collaboration? We are very comfortable in extreme winter when we have a very warm, well-fitting glove fitting into our palm or our fingers. They find a place and you are comfortable. That's perfect collaboration. So that's what we should strive to do. Collaboration problem solving is a powerful conflict management technique where you bring the teams or the leaders of different teams together, make them understand, talk to them, seek their views, seek their concerns, and let the problem or the challenge be a holistic thought process for everybody to see, whereby you will be in a better position to find solutions. So the project managers follow the same. All the team members are brought together on the table, brainstorming or discussions take place. They explore alternatives. Let's say there is a particular problem or a challenge being held and you have a couple of alternatives A, B, C and D. You discuss each and every alternative and you find, let's say the A alternative is not going well, B alternative goes well, C is not going well, D has a high probability of going well. So we'll mark it D in dots. So we remove the alternative A or C and work towards B and D, thrash out the issues, and finally we choose whatever is better and we go ahead with it. So that's the way we carry out the task of exploring alternatives. Empower teams. You have to empower your team. Every time it might not be that the team leader is there. You must also empower your team to take discussions, to find out solutions, to find alternatives, to give decisions. Now, out here, how do you empower your team? Every time the team member can only be empowered provided he or she takes decision and works it out. Now, one way going forward is the team member finds a challenge or a problem, works out various options and finds out this is the best option going forward. Let the team leader or the team members decide and they go forward with this. That is how you empower them. At the most, what can happen? They can make little mistakes, but they will get empowered, they will get confident and handle things better in the coming stages. Encourage team problem solving. Teams will have problems and challenges. You have to encourage them to solve it themselves first. They must come out with the solutions, and of the given solutions, choose the best which is at that point of time restricted to that given challenge. Example, resource allocation in a conflict merits that a project manager initiates a collaborative discussion. Let's say there are three different teams, team A, team B, team C, and they have to make use of a JCB. The resource is limited, we have only one JCB. All the teams want this JCB to be used. However, it might be that team A, if given the JCB first, will facilitate the tasks of team B and C rather than give it to either B or C. So the JCB should be given to team A based on various pros and cons, and this particular decision will certainly aid team B and also aid team C. So that is the correct way of going forward. However, if we take it other way around. Let's say the JCB is given to team B. It may not be a very suitable decision at a given point of time for team A, or team C may not deliver well or deliver their assigned project within the stipulated time frame. So these minor issues, which actually are major, have to be sorted out and solutions worked out. So project manager initiates collaborative discussions to identify creative solutions, which I've just highlighted. Ensure fair resource distribution. Paucity of resources have to be fairly distributed so that everybody is benefited. Enhance team engagement. More the teams are engaged, more solutions and alternatives they will find, and foster a sense of shared responsibility. As I mentioned earlier, team A, team B and team C can come together. They feel a sense of responsibility to deliver a project. Otherwise, it might be the project might get delayed. Mediation and facilitation. Basically, mediation means somebody external must come in, or somebody who's a person of influence must come in, or a person having authority must come in. Facilitation means to expedite the so-called process. So, if conflict escalates or gets complex, the mediation and facilitation techniques are effective. An impartial third party. Here we are talking about a third party, which I just mentioned. A person of influence, a person of authority, or somebody who has a say, and that is all the team members or various teams hold him in high esteem, can facilitate productive discussions, guide the resolution process. It's very important to seek resolution rather than retaliation, and ensure fairness. Very important again, people should feel that in spite of being from various teams, the person who has acted as a third party is one who is fair, is not judgmental, but has judged the scenario, judged a given situation, and given out his decision in a very impartial manner. If, for example, if a conflict is due to misunderstanding, the project manager can facilitate a dialogue. Dialogue is again another very important word. To find common ground, he may engage an external mediator, which I just tried to explain, and an experienced colleague. My friends, I'll say the word dialogue is important. That clearly indicates that there is a communication, which is a two-way process. It's important to have a dialogue rather than a monologue. Embracing constructive confrontation. So we have generally heard of a term called confrontation. Difference of opinion. A party comes from this direction because they are in disagreement with the party which is coming from this direction. So there is a confrontation. This is least desired. So the right word is constructive confrontation. As I mentioned earlier, the word is resolution, problem solving, not a retaliation or problem creating. Constructive confrontation addresses conflicts directly and assertively while maintaining a respect and professionalism. It requires focusing on the issue. You have to be very much within the left and right parameters as to what the issue is. You should not be speaking loose. You have to seek the win-win outcomes. We have all studied what are the win-win outcomes. For the ease of understanding, I'll just draw a graph here. WW is a win-win scenario. LL is a lose-lose scenario. WL is a win-lose scenario. And LW is a lose-win scenario. So it's very clear from a given graph. Let's say the graph is in X and Y axes. This win-win scenario is what everybody benefits from. Win-win scenario does not mean that everybody will be having their say their way. Of course, good points given out by a given team will be incorporated, and those which are not good at that point of a time will be removed. So this is what everybody should be striving at. Foster a supportive work environment. How can you have a supportive work environment? Supportive work environment is not within a team, it is intra-teams. You can have respectful views about the other teams or the other team leader, whatever he or she is speaking across, to entertain them and tell them that yes, your views are better, we will take it first, and follow that, we will have our own views and outlooks to be implemented later. So everything goes out in a very frictionless, smooth manner. And finally, is consciously ignoring personal attacks. Never ever get personal in terms of using foul language, in terms of bringing out the past incidents which have happened in a manner which were least desired. So you should be very consciously aware of this. For example, the difference in work style between team members can be overcome and collaboration enhanced. The project manager can organize meetings to address the issues openly, encourage individuals to share concerns, and find mutually amicable working arrangements. It's very clearly highlighted here. One thing I would like to highlight again is here, I had mentioned earlier, the issue of inclusivity based on the thought process of the people, whether they come from different cultural backgrounds, different countries, different professional backgrounds, must be accepted with an open mind, and people at the same time must bring out their views so that once the things are available to be heard by people across the table, solutions can be worked out in a very beautiful manner. Build trust and respect differences. I just mentioned that trust among team members is built by valuing difference of opinions, sensitizing on cultural backgrounds, culture of inclusivity. Here I'd like to highlight what is inclusivity, as what we all say. Inclusivity means to incorporate everybody in the team, listen to their views, empathize with everybody, irrespective of their gender, color, religious beliefs, and professional differences. You have to include everybody. If, let's say, if a given project is held in central India in the state of Madhya Pradesh, there will be people who will be coming from various domains. There will be from Disaster Management Authority, there will be from Ministry of Defense, there will be people who will be scientists, there will be people who will be workers, there will be people who are experts in the said domain of construction or digging, building up the road, digging up the tunnels. You have to entertain everybody's thought processes, outlooks, whatever the case might be, because everybody has something to offer in that particular development of a project based on their professional affinity. Promote, encourage open-mindedness. As I said, keep your minds open, accept everybody, understand what they have to say, rather than keep your mind closed. And show integrity, reliability, transparency. Integrity. To do something ethical even if nobody is watching you. Reliability. People can fall back to you, knowing that you will be in a position to deliver no matter what the scenario might be. They have to have that kind of confidence in you. And transparency, very clear that you are clean and you are there. So basically these are all leadership qualities based on which people look forward to you. And you are able to imbibe a sense of trust, a sense of confidence among all those who are working in different teams. So these things are very important. Example, diverse team has conflicts due to varying cultural norms or communication styles. Team building activities foster mutual understanding and respect. Very important again, I've just mentioned about that. Appreciate and learn each other's differences. As I mentioned, the aspect of inclusivity is there. We have to respect each other's difference, whether they are professional, personal, based on gender, based on culture, all those thought processes have to be considered. And at the end of the day, focus has to be strengthening the team's cohesion. Seeking a win-win situation, that needs not much of elaboration. I've just highlighted that. So conflict resolution aims a win-win outcome, satisfy the interests of all the parties. Of course, the interest cannot be 100% satisfied. There will be many things from each and every party which will be entertained, but at the same time, many other things will not be entertained. A collaborative mindset maximizes project success. This approach fosters a sense of collective ownership. Everybody feels that yes, they have contributed towards a project moving forward, moving faster in a desired direction, ensures the perspective of all parties are considered. Once we see that all the parties are very much there, their views are taken, a sense of collectiveness, collective ownership comes into being. Example is when conflicting project requirements emerge, the project manager encourages the team to brainstorm, which I have highlighted earlier. You will brainstorm, you will find challenges, you will find solutions. The best solution has to be taken. Propose innovative approach. This is something new. If none of things are working, we may resort to an innovative approach. There might be various solutions. Solution A, solution B, solution C. Solution A, solution B, solution C. However, we will find a little bit of solution B, a little bit of solution C will take the project forward in the desired direction and save on time, resources. And the project will see its movement faster towards its terminal objective in a better manner. So, address concerns of stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders? Stakeholders can be anybody actually who are involved in the project. They can be the team members, they can be the project manager, that can be the project management office, that can be the sponsors, and that can be so many other people who are continuing with the project, and their concerns have to be addressed, they have to be satisfied. So that if they have any lingering doubts or thoughts, the project will not progress further, rather it will get delayed. So learning from the past conflicts. We have different types of projects going on, whether they are construction activity, whether they are related to software building, or they might be pertaining to digging deep into the ground or going into the more of the mines, etc. Projects keep coming up. However, each project has certain traits which are specific to that particular project only, or that industry only. So similarly, the specific projects pertaining to a given industry have similar kind of conflicts arising, of which must be studied from time to time. So as I mentioned, each conflict presents an opportunity for growth and improvement. A project manager must resort to post-conflict checks to identify the root causes, analyze conflict resolution strategies, and determine ways to prevent similar conflicts. All these things serve as records. The projects which have happened in the past and are of a similar nature where you are working now, the previous projects will provide you adequate data to know and understand about various conflicts which have occurred and how those things were addressed, and give us adequate guidelines so that we are in a position to address our concerns at the present project. For example, a project manager seeks robust communications to prevent communication breakdown and reduce similar future conflicts, and incorporates regular status updates, clear communication protocols, team training sessions. So here what has been highlighted is the aspect of robust communication in any project management. It can be within the teams, intra teams, intra offices, intra departments, and various regulatory bodies must also be part of the communication, so that any regulation which has to be followed is percolated down to all the team members. Now, if the communication breakdown, the aspect of a project moving forward in the desired speed, the desired direction, will get hampered. So, importance of communication has been highlighted here. Celebrating successful conflict resolution. How do you celebrate that? Conflict resolution promotes a positive team culture. Very important aspect, positive team culture. Importance of effective conflict management. Recognizing individuals or team members for collective collaborative effort, and encourages a proactive approach to conflict resolution. So all the points highlighted here are towards positive development and reduction of conflict, towards ensuring that collaboration takes place, and all those people who have been individuals or as a team responsible for sound collaboration must be recognized for their positive outlook. So a proactive approach which is encouraged to conflict resolution also comes into play. Example, project manager recognizes and appreciates efforts of the members who resolve a challenging conflicts. It highlights, what does it highlight? A positive outcome is achieved, a collective problem solving takes place, and teamwork is very much into the play. Finally, the last slide, it talks about what conflict management is. It is an ongoing process. It is dynamic. The word is dynamic. Why? There are various kinds of projects across various industries. during each project, you will find different people interacting with you, talking to you. They come with different mindset, they come with different thoughts, they come with different views, and the dynamism comes into play. So whatever might be the case in a given project may not be suitable or aptly workable in a different project. So it equips us to navigate conflicts and fosters a collaborative project environment. We must embrace conflicts as an opportunity for growth. If everything is going smoothly, we will not be able to face challenges and work our minds for better plans or better outcomes for better workable solutions. That's why the word is, it serves as an opportunity for growth. More the conflicts, more the difference of opinion is actually working towards enriching the environment of a given project. Incorporating a right approach aids and transforms the conflicts into catalysts for innovation. I just tried to explain that. Stronger relationships within the teams and across departments, and success of the project. So friends, in the last couple of minutes, I have tried to explain to you the various aspects of conflict, how they can be handled in an ongoing project, and these will continue to happen. It is maturity, experience of the various project managers, of various team members to work towards a collaborative approach and resolve conflicts in a given project. I hope the session was insightful and we wish you success. Have a very good day. Bye-bye.